Hi everyone, welcome to a Stamping to Share video. My name is Kate Kalthoff and today I'm going to share with you a card that I shared with my customers yesterday at my Stamping to Share card buffet, and it really turned out cute. This is from the stamp set called Mingle All the Way, and then I just love how it kind of mingles in with that flower die. That's the spiral flower die in the background, kind of looks like a big swirl. And a few embellished snowflakes there, frosted snowflakes, and then some diamonds, and then on the inside of the card, another sentiment from that same stamp set called Mingle All the Way. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you how to create this card. First of all, I want to show you the stamp set. There's things for Thanksgiving, Halloween, and Christmas, and even New Year is talked about. So it's a great, great stamp set for this time of year. And we are going to start with some pool party paper. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. So we're just going to go ahead, fold this in half, and then I'm going to use my bone folder just to get a nice crease here so that we can it'll stay flat while we work with it. The next thing, if you'll notice, is there's a couple of layers. There's white, cherry cobbler, and island indigo. So let's start with the island indigo because that's going to have this, this is going to be cut at a little bit of an angle. So we have a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of island indigo, and then I just put it in my cutter at an angle, just kind of tilted it in there and cut down. And I would guess this is about 3/4 of an inch, and this is probably about 1 1/4 or maybe a little bit more than that. Let me see. I'll measure it up for you real quick because I know how you love to be exact. It is 1 3/8 inches down on this side, and I'm pretty sure this is 3/4 of an inch. So for all of you that like to be exact. And then you're going to take that piece, once you've cut that little strip off, you're going to take that piece and run it through the embossing folder called Northern Flurry. It's the embossing folder with the snowflakes on. And then you have your embossed snowflakes right here. And then that is going to get glued onto a piece of Whisper white paper cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So we can go ahead and do that right away. So we're just going to take a little strip of glue, put that all the way around, and then we're just going to put that right here onto this Whisper white paper. Make sure that's lined up perfectly so we don't have any white showing through. You may want to cut that paper below, just a hair below 4 inches so that you don't have to fight those edges. Then the next step is a real skinny piece of cherry cobbler. This is 3/8 of an inch wide. It seemed like 1/4 of an inch was a little too fat, and 1/8 of an inch was a little bit too skinny. I think I told you 3/8. This is not 3/8. This is 3/16 inches wide. And like I said, 1/4 of an inch was too big and 1/8 of an inch was too skinny. So I went right for the middle, which is 3/16 of an inch. So I just glued that on there, and then we can flip it over and we'll just take our paper snips and snip that so that it's even with this white panel. Done. All right, now we can go ahead and adhere this to the front of our card. So we'll do that with Fast Fuse. And did you know that during the holiday extravaganza, the Fast Fuse refills are on sale? Really good price. And so I think they're actually half price. I don't know for sure. I can't remember. But I know I bought 10 of them because I was excited about that good price. So we're just going to put this right on top of our card, like so. Get that all evenly measured in there. Then I have a piece of cherry cobbler paper, and this is just kind of a scrap. It's 4 1/4 by 4 1/2, and I ran it through the Big Shot machine with the spiral die, and this is the piece that you get out of it. And then we are going to glue this onto our card. So I'm just going to spiral on some glue, and then we're going to set that right onto the front of our card. So it will look about like this. Yes, just like this it will look. Okay, now we are going to add our centerpiece. So again, you'll just want a piece of scrap paper. This is in Pool Party. And then to really make this pop, I am inking up my sentiment. Oh goodness, where did I get got a big blob there. But anyway, I'm inking up my sentiment with Bermuda Bay. All right, so now we have our Mingle All the Way. we are going to use the 2-inch circle punch, which I might add is on sale during our extravaganza sale that ends December 2nd. And the 2-inch circle punch, I believe, is half price. That's crazy good deal. Crazy good deal. Okay, so now we are going to add some dimensionals to the back of that. And it looks like I just have bits and pieces here. So we're going to add bits and pieces to the back of my 2-inch circle. And one more. And then that just goes right here. And the front of our card is done. I'm going to get that a little bit more centered in here. Cute! Okay, now we need these little tiny rhinestones. And then it's always helpful to have a paper piercer to put those on with. So I'm just going to grab those and we'll just kind of scatter those around. I think 3 is a nice number to scatter those around with. Alright, so we got the front of our sentiment done, but it still needs a little something. So we're going to add these frosted sequins. This is the snowflake. We also have some silver sequins. We'll just set these on here. And I already have them on mini glue dots. And we're just going to scatter those around. And we are actually expecting snow today, I think 2 to 4 inches or something like that, so that's kind of fun, just in keeping with the whole wintry theme. So here's the front of our card, and now to create the inside panel, again, we're going to take one of those, where'd it go? Here it is. We're going to take one of those sentiments from Mingle All the Way, and we've inked it up again in Bermuda Bay because that's such a nice color that pops. It really pops on this pool party. There we go. And then again, we can just, I don't know, I'm just kind of into decorating the inside of my cards. So we're just going to take some of these sequins and scatter those around on the inside of our card. Very fun. And believe it or not, just like that, in record time, our card is done. So there is the completed card. Here's the card that I started with. And again, I encourage you to go to my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com, and I truly would appreciate it if you checked out the sale that's going on right now. It's a big deal. It's all, like I said, it's through December 2nd, and on December 1st, they're going to have some big doorbusters, like the blendability pens on sale. Wow, you've just got to go look. So I hope you have a great turkey day tomorrow. I am cooking for about 30 people, so I need to get this up on my blog, and then I need to start cooking. We're cooking 2 turkeys and a ham today, and we're just going to have a great time tomorrow. Oh, and 3 cheesecakes. Don't want to forget that. You have a great day. I truly appreciate you. Bye-bye.